हेलो एंड वेलकम एवरीवन, दिस इज सूरज। और हम लोग पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन एमसी की सीरीज को कंटिन्यू कर रहे हैं फ्रॉम क्वेश्चन नंबर 941। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट। Decision makers cannot deal with all possible aspects and information about every problem and its alternatives, and therefore choose to tackle some meaningful subset of it. This assumption is called option A satisfying, option B rule of thumb, C bounded rationality, D self reaction. तो इसका करेक्ट ऑप्शन होगा ऑप्शन सी बाउंडेड रेशनैलिटी. सो decision makers cannot deal with all possible aspects and information about every problem and its alternatives, and therefore choose to tackle some meaningful subset of it. This assumption is called bounded rationality. Next question is here. In the systems approach, 1. Every problem is viewed as a complex whole. 2. Linkage between different problems is considered. 3. The interaction between an organization and its environment is emphasized. 4. At supervisory level, the relationship of hourly activities and immediate production objectives is not the prime consideration. इनमें से करेक्ट कोड को चुनना. ऑप्शन ए 1 and 2, ऑप्शन बी 3 and 4, ऑप्शन सी 1, 2 and 3 और ऑप्शन डी 2, 3 and 4. सो इस क्वेश्चन का करेक्ट ऑप्शन होगा ऑप्शन सी 1, 2 and 3. सो इन द सिस्टम्स अप्रोच every problem is viewed as a complex whole. Linkage between different problems is considered, and the interaction between an organization and its environment is emphasized. Next question is here. Who among the following tried to measure a leader's behavior with an instrument called least preferred coworker scale? Option A Edwin Fleischmann, option B Fred A. Fiedler, option C Blake and Mountain और ऑप्शन डी E.F. हैरिस. तो इस क्वेश्चन का करेक्ट ऑप्शन होगा ऑप्शन बी फ्रेडे फिडलर. सो फ्रेडे फिडलर ट्राइड टू मेजर ए लीडर्स बिहेवियर with an instrument called least preferred coworker scale. So next question is here. Which one of the following statements about the grapevine is not correct? Option A. It is much more flexible than formal channels. B. It gives reliable information in making optimal decisions. C. It transmits information rapidly. D. It is convenient way to pass on the information that is not to be transmitted formally. So इस क्वेश्चन का करेक्ट ऑप्शन होगा ऑप्शन बी इट गिव्स रिलिएबल इंफॉर्मेशन इन मेकिंग ऑप्टिमल डिसीजंस. So next question is here. Which one of the following constitutional amendments made it possible to appoint one person to hold the office of the governor in 2 or more states simultaneously? Option A Constitution 7th Amendment Act 1956. Option B Constitution 42nd Amendment Act 1976. Option C 43rd Amendment Act 1977. Option D Constitution 44th Amendment Act 1978. Its correct option is Constitution 7th Amendment Act 1956. So according to this Amendment Act, constitutional amendments made be possible to appoint one person to hold the office of the governor in 2 or more states simultaneously. So next question is here. Which one of the following is not correct with respect to the powers of the governor regarding a bill passed by the state legislature? Option A. He shall have no alternative but to give his assent to the bill. B. He may withhold the bill. C. He may give his assent to the bill. D. He may reserve the bill for the consideration of the president. So next question is, so इसका correct option होगा he shall have no alternative but to give his assent to the bill. So next question is here. Which one of the following statement is not correct about the chief secretary of state? Option A. He is the head of the civil services in the state. B. He is secretary to the state cabinet. C. He is the principal advisor to the state chief minister. D. He supervises the execution of cabinet decisions. तो इनमें से कौन सा करेक्ट ऑप्शन है? वो है he supervises the execution of cabinet decisions. So this is not correct about the chief secretary of state. So this is the correct option of this question. Next question is here. Which of the following are the legislative power of the governor? इसमें से legislative power कौन कौन सा governor का? 1. he summons, prorogues, and dissolves the assembly. 2. He adjourns the sittings of the state assembly. 3. He addresses the first session of the legislative assembly after elections. 4. He causes to lay the budget in the assembly. तो करेक्ट कोड को चुनना है ऑप्शन ए 1 and 2, ऑप्शन बी 2 and 4, ऑप्शन सी 2 and 3 और ऑप्शन डी 1 and 3। तीन में से करेक्ट ऑप्शन होगा ऑप्शन डी 1 and 3। सो following are the legislative power of the governor. He summons, prorogues, and dissolves the assembly, and he addresses the first session of the legislative assembly after election. So next question is here. In which part of the Indian Constitution has the provision for panchayat has been made? भारतीय संविधान के किस प्रोविज़न के अंडर पंचायत से रिलेटेड किस पार्ट के अंदर पंचायत से रिलेटेड प्रोविज़न जुड़े गए हैं? ऑप्शन ए 9th पार्ट, ऑप्शन बी 3rd पार्ट, ऑप्शन सी 9th ए पार्ट, ऑप्शन डी 4th पार्ट। तो इसका करेक्ट ऑप्शन होगा 9th पार्ट। इन 9th पार्ट ऑफ द इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन हैज़ द प्रोविजन फॉर panchayats been made. Next question is here. The grants made in advance by the Lok Sabha in respect of estimated expenditure is called option A token grant, option B vote on account, option C vote on credit और option D exceptional grant। तो इस क्वेश्चन का करेक्ट ऑप्शन होगा ऑप्शन बी वोट ऑन अकाउंट। सो द ग्रांट्स मेड इन एडवांस बाय द लोक सभा इन रिस्पेक्ट ऑफ एस्टिमेटेड एक्सपेंडिचर इज कॉल्ड वोट ऑन अकाउंट। सो ये लास्ट क्वेश्चन था इस वीडियो का। अगर आप लोगों ने अभी तक पिछले वीडियो नहीं देखे हैं तो ज़रूर देखिए और आने वाले वीडियोज़ को भी ज़रूर देखिए। थैंक्स।